Are we gonna mention the whole Sora and Smash thing?
I have that for tomorrow's podcast and the video game podcast. I mean, we can mention it here, but I didn't know what we would really say.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't know.
Sora's in what do you call it? He's an anime sword fighter.
It's called a Keyblade.
Yeah, Blade.
I mean, most of your Western anime fans really did stem off from Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know if that's true.
Nah, I don't know.
I would say that's true. At least for my generation. Remember, I'm not y'all's age.
That's true. Hold on.
Cries.
Oh, Gavin, surprise.
No. I said cries.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not y'all's age.
I didn't mean to hit you with that.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, how'd you like the wings, Gavin?
Oh, they were wonderful.
Did your mom try 'em?
No, she didn't. Those were way too hot for her. She's been getting into spicy stuff, but those would have blown her head off.
Did you try the what Carlos had?
I didn't know. Next time we hook up Carlos, I gotta try some of that sauce.
Yeah, there's
If he
any left,
hasn't.
sure. As long as there's left, yep. By all means, I'll be happy to
both
share.
of you answered the exact same way.
Hello and welcome to Weeaboo Trash Talk, your number one unranked weekly anime podcast. Every Wednesday at 9:30ish p.m. Central Time, we come live for our trash takes on anime news, host topics, and what we've been watching right here at twitch.tv/CLOSP. Please remember you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, and one free monthly Twitch sub for any channel. We'd love to be a channel for you, but if not, Subtober is. Why was it called Subtober? That sounded like October when it was supposed to be September. It's like September, where the subs were like half off for new subs. Well, that time has passed now, so if you did want to show support, if you did want to sub, you have to pay the full price unless you just use the Amazon Prime, at which point you already paid for it, and right now you're just keeping money out of Bezos' pocket, which is always a good thing. Either way, you should do so. But if you don't have the money, that's okay. You know what else you can do? Wherever you're listening to this, if you're listening to the audio portion of it, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe, follow, leave a review, rate us, anything. Please, anything. Anything will help. Just take pity on us, please. I know you have all the buttons right there.
Podcast, but that's not for me to decide.
When was the last time you rated something on your podcast thingies?
Me?
Ever? Anyone? People.
Who could say?
Today, there was a leak on Twitch about how much all these different channels are making. If you'll notice, we weren't on there at all.
God damn it, Carlos.
Please, anything. Just anything. We didn't make the list. We're not important enough to leak. Anyway, I'm your host,
Weird,
CLSP.
my channel was on there. It wasn't.
You other listeners, I just stared so blankly into the goddamn camera. Anyway, I'm your host, CLSP. You can call me P. As always, I'm joined by my two co-hosts, El Chefe himself, Mingo of Cooking with Chefe on Facebook, making cookies right now that I can't eat.
They are officially in the oven. Come on, folks, sub to us, and you get to see some delicious cookies. And if you're good, maybe even try one. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the spooky part.
Ooh.
Alongside the world's number one Mio enthusiast, Gallon of Gallon Zeros on Twitter and Twitch, who apparently doesn't need the support since they were on the goddamn list.
I didn't even look. How you doing, everybody?
This is episode 13 on Wednesday, October 6, 2021. Let me make sure that's right. Yes, it is. And this week, we have not a lot going on. It's been a nice, chill week, which is very scary and daunting to me, because anytime that happens, it means something's coming around the corner. I don't know what it is, but I know it's coming. It's just waiting for me to drop my guard. Anyway, before we get into all that, though, we'll start as always with what we've been watching, which we didn't discuss. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. It's fine.
All right, cool.
I'm just recovering, stuff from last week. So I finally started watching the back half of what is this, season 5 for My Hero Academia?
Yeah, season 5.
Yeah, and this is actually after. This is like the first stuff that is after where I stopped reading the manga when I caught up originally and was like, well, now what? Um, Keeping up weekly is a hard fucking process. Don't at me. And sometimes very unfulfilling. But yeah, so getting into this arc, which is apparently after the arc that I'm getting into now, whatever. I think the set of episodes were all right. Like it has always struck me how, like, not really gonna speak to like the animation or anything like that, because Carlos did quite a bit of that last week, and it's like I don't want to beat a dead horse. Um, but it really does strike me how well, like, I think the tone comes off in a lot of stuff that they do that ends up being a little more serious, if that makes any sense to what I'm saying. But like, the whole thing with the Endeavor arc and everything that happens in there, and like going from it's always struck me as like, I don't know if it's a mixture of like the difference of, how do I sound this without saying cheesy? Well, without sounding cheesy, not saying cheesy, but like I feel like they do a really good job of portraying like characters trying to be inspirational in a way, and especially with Endeavor, these were, I'm still not a fan. I don't know if I ever will be, but they did a good job of like, you know, him passing on like his like, his knowledge and stuff like that, and like making it feel meaningful. Whereas like I can see if I was just reading this, I was like, yeah, get on with it, giving it the time it needs, and like having it mixed with like the music and everything else. I think that it does a really good job. And then like the more emotional beats during the end of it, it always surprises me, like, at least for me, how much that stuff, like, hits and lands. I don't think it's like exceptional, but I can tell like how I would be receiving it if I was reading this like week to week or whatever. And it's just, that's part of why I like anime, because sometimes, someone has a better idea of how this should be um, interpreted, portrayed, whatever, than like I would just as someone just reading it off the comic. So that was fun. Gonna finish that up and then maybe start the long trek of the dubbed Black Clover. So we'll see. But yeah, nothing big, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna finish that off and eventually watch the next season.
I'm very excited for you if you do make that jump into Black Clover. I'm not gonna say anything more on My Hero. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just become a hater at that point if I go on. So I'm gonna let that go.
You could always just sum it down to, we are the dreamers of dreams. We are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams.
All right, Bingo. Did you want to go next, or did you want to hold off for me?
Now I'll go next because you usually have the most.
Okay. Actually, I only have one thing this week. I was good. I held myself back. Did you want to cover Demon School or Slime 2?
I'll go Demon School first since I haven't finished it yet, or at least
Cool.
caught up. So far what I've gotten into, same old spiel as what we talked about the past few shows. Real fun. That's all I can really say. It's really fun and real lighthearted. Considering the subject matter in it, like where the setting is and all that. So it's nice. I guess it's a fun.
It's a comedy shonen.
Yeah, that's good. There's not much you can call a banana other than a banana. But
I think I think it's just like where, and also it doesn't get a lot of attention because the fact that it really is just that there is no, like, so far as we've come, at least in the series, like, there's no turning point of like, okay, now it's gonna get battler shonen-esque bullshit. Like, nah, it's pretty much this magical
no,
comedy shonen.
I just hope that I like that. I like them, staying consistent to it because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we got enough action shonens and shit. Just keep something lighthearted. But that brings me up to my next one, Slime. Damn, that
That's
part two.
that's certainly a way to say that.
The Slime Part 2.
Now, bear
I
this
don't
in
know.
mind. I at least have followed the dub. The dub has not finished. I believe the sub did. If you did finish it, so
Yeah. So I watched it in sub. All
okay.
I'm gonna say is, God damn. Honestly, Slime is just good. Everything, God, I just love it. I love how they built the world. I love how they build each character. Everybody gets some spotlight. It's fun. It's just really good, really fun. My only downside with Slime, and it's the same with Overlord, is that it doesn't feel like there's not much stakes in the matter. But
Mm-hmm.
then again, I'll just chalk it up to the One Punch Man thing. It's like it's just for the fun,
Yeah,
just for the fun of the roles.
definitely.
And I mean, that's pretty much all I can really say until you check it out, Carlos, and then I can go into more depth about
Yeah, because I don't think you started it either, right, Gallant?
No,
Okay.
they're
Well,
only
yeah,
on like what 5 episodes in.
the dub, yeah, 5 or 6 or so, and like nothing major has happened. It's like more preparation for something. Like literally, I think something major is going to happen next week. I'm starting things off, but
Mhm.
I think I was saying like yeah, there aren't very many stakes per se in Slime after the first half of this season that was earlier in the year. But I
yeah,
think what Slime does really well is that it separates the characters. Like right now, there were different things happening, or different things are about to happen in different areas that don't have Rimuru there to just suddenly MC bullshit themselves out. So, well, I don't really know that I feel any. I'll feel any like stakes near the end there. It's at least like I like these other characters enough that I'll be down to see whatever happens with them if we
Mhm.
get that. It does a good thing. It's like so you don't have to worry. It's like it's never going to really have to worry about anything too crazy happening, but it'll at least be entertaining for what it's trying to do.
Mhm.
Like, and I love the way that this season it seems they're really they keep expanding. The second part, the second season, they're expanding so much in terms of their cast and like what's going on, things of that nature. I'm interested to see this world keep building out and what's going on around there.
yeah. That's always and also what you get a lot more is more in depth on a bunch of other characters as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you're really starting to see like the team come together, or like the nation itself, I guess you should say. Because like they really do a good job about including everybody in it.
Yeah,
And then also, this isn't much of a spoiler, but they do include a lot of kind of politics into it
yeah.
Mhm.
on both sides of the spectrum. So like it's really nice to see that world being built the way it is.
Exactly. I think that's like another thing that Slime does better than most isekais, like the OP character model that a lot of things do, where while Rimuru is down for like just living a peaceful life, when he knows shit's happening around him, he isn't that person just trying to escape responsibility. Like at this point, he's really shaping the world kind of in a way, not taking the active part in it, like expanding on it. Like there are some things that realistically he can't OP his way out of, so he has to be smart in the way that he's helping things form. And that's really cool. So if it can't be a physical threat that's going to be a problem to him per se, you can still make it intriguing in what the plot is revolving around, basically.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for me. Next week, I should be rewatching Miss Kobayashi season 2 with my brother, and then rewatching To Your Eternity as well.
Damn,
Yeah, I'm gonna be depressed as fuck.
hardcore suffer. Well, no, not hardcore. Miss Kobayashi's not. That's not
Now,
suffering.
Miss Kobayashi's gonna bring it back, and then like Miss Kobayashi's gonna put me up, and then I should be leveled out by To Your Eternity.
I mean, I would just switch him. have the
Yeah,
sad first and then the happy. Come back up.
no, I would love that. I really would. But my brother's no, I want to see Miss Kobayashi. Like he's been waiting for this just as long as I have.
All right. I ain't gonna be there, so y'all do you. Y'all have fun with that. Bring tissues. Um. Then with that, we'll go into what I watched. I watched Seven Deadly Sins Dragon's Judgment, the final season of the Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix. This was the second half of the final season because they did them in two parts because pandemic, they couldn't record it all together like they had originally planned to, I guess. But they did what they could. The trailer you're showing right now isn't even the second half of it. It's the first one. The second half did not get a proper trailer. So that should give you some mindset. So this is the official canonical ending, I guess, in the manga of Seven Deadly Sins. And you know what? I was okay with it. Seven Deadly Sins was never the best looking, never the best written, never the best planned. But its uniqueness in all those aspects is what drew me to it, and it keeps that uniqueness all the way through. So I'm honestly still about it, even with, there's really cool things that if they just had real animation behind it, could have been super awesome, but they don't. And it's not enough to make me sad, because I'm still interested in the plot wise, like watching all these things on there. But this basically is like a series that is set around stories that take place over 3,000 years basically. And the fact that they're able to still carry on that and kind of still meet all of the ends they need to for all these characters development wise, even if it never feels like a lot of them are that important, or a lot of them just get written off for one reason or another, or just die off for one reason or another, it's still all good. It's like I never regretted watching Seven Deadly Sins for all the issues people have of it. I never regretted watching it, which is more than I can say for a lot of different shows I watch. And I was okay with the ending. I thought it was cool. It was on. I wish we got a bit more for certain aspects of what comes next. But the way that it does end, what it sets up, I'm down for. Apparently, there was also a sequel movie that is also on Netflix. I think it was Cursed by Light, that is set between. So I guess slight spoilers. Not really plot wise, but there is an epilogue to Seven Deadly Sins canonically. There is an epilogue.
Mm-hmm.
But between that epilogue and the final episode and the end of the series and the time you're following, they do Cursed by Light, which is another movie set on there, like a sequel to the ending of Seven Deadly Sins. I didn't watch it because I was good. I didn't need any more Seven Deadly Sins at that point. I was cool. I'll go back to watch it eventually. But that's the thing. So I'm sure I'll go back and watch that at some point. I'll watch the first movie they made, which was non-canon, and then that movie that is apparently canon, but a sequel between the epilogue of what the series ends with and what the series actually ends. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I guess before, just for the sake of it, I really was down with everything. I don't know how to put this. This is one of those things where if you like a cool, unique story, I would recommend Seven Deadly Sins. But just understand, it's kind of just more Saturday morning anime than it is like an actual award-winning anime. You're never gonna see amazing animation. You're never gonna get great storytelling. A lot of it is overbloated and complicated, but it's still fun. It never, teenage me would have been all about this. Teenage me or young kid me watching anime growing up would have had so many rose-tinted glasses moments of this series. I think it still says something that the worst I can say about Seven Deadly Sins is the fact that because I've grown to appreciate anime more, that's why I'm seeing more critiques about it rather than anything. Most animes that are trying to do what Seven Deadly Sins does and just fail. I'll rewatch all of Seven Deadly Sins again before I go back and watch the first season of Shaman King, the new one, again.
Oh no, don't make me relive that.
What was that, Mingo?
Don't make me relive that. I'd rather watch Attack on Titan season 1 than watch fucking Shaman King again.
I can't make that judgment. But y'all have fun with that comparison. I don't know. But yeah, that was Seven Deadly Sins. Once again, very unique series that had a very fitting and adequate ending. So I can't hate it. It gave me what I wanted, even though I didn't know what I wanted by the end of that series, but it still gave it to me. So I'm down with that. It's cool. It's cool.
You can never be mad at something that has an actual ending and sticks with
Right?
it. You
Right?
know, like I feel like that's something that most fans kind of like underestimate in a sense. You know, like yes, we all want more at some point, but like you'll really savor in an ending. You know, like really like for me personally, Cowboy Bebop. For those that haven't seen it, I feel like it ended.
Hmm.
I feel like my boy's gone.
Yeah.
But most people and it sucks because the creator himself is like it's ambiguous. You believe what you want to believe. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna believe what I'm gonna believe. He gone.
Yeah, he has gone on record saying uh
It is
two different
ambiguous.
ways that it's an end and also there could be more. Like he's legit gone on record two different ways. So he's clearly someone that thinks about that every so often. But yeah, your point stands. Yeah.
Yeah, he's and you know what? I don't I'm not mad at him for it. Because every fan has their own visual ending.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So like this is his and his way of saying, hey, look, y'all decide.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
mean, as someone that has like I know I talked about this a little bit, but the what is it the weird sequel series for Higurashi that started last year and then continued this year with like a second season. I think it all total it's something like 50 episodes finished. Um, Everything that I've heard from fans of it, from fans of the series that I follow, is man that was garbage. So the extremely like depressed feeling and not in a good way that I got from the first part of the second set of 24 episodes where I just kind of stopped and was like I'll go back to this eventually. I don't think I'm going back. Cuz I've heard it does like nothing for the series and all right, cool then like I'm just going to ignore it. Like I am also a firm believer in you can watch what you want like and also canon is whatever you want it to mean. Canon is bullshit, it's nebulous, it's like canon is mostly a tool used by fucking media companies at this point. It's like it doesn't fucking matter. Whatever you think, whatever your thing is for that series, that's it. That's all that matters. So it's I kind of in that spot where like I think I could watch whatever the new Higurashi stuff is and not care that they have apparently fucked a lot of what was good about the initial like run and story, and be fine. But also knowing that it's like nothing to write home about. In fact, it's worse than that. Makes it just so like, oh, okay, I'll watch this when I want something fucking stupid. Nothing I have to rush out and watch.
We have a required rating related to that later on. So, uh, but no, I get. I think on part of me too, like never underestimating a good epilogue in an anime, because so much of that, I think a lot of people like, oh, they want more because we get like the ending of the series, but then we want to know like what happened later on. Like the reason, like for Naruto has, in my opinion, the base Naruto series a good ending because it has a small epilogue there at the end. Like cool, there's more clearly because there's another series afterwards, but they had a little epilogue to kind of cap things off. Like if you want to stop there, you can stop there, and you still get the after series. Full Metal Alchemist had an epilogue. There is set up for, oh, there could be more adventures, definitely, but here's your cap off of like what's going on afterwards, basically, type of thing. And yeah, with Seven Deadly Sins, they have an epilogue where it's like, hey, here's the how it felt afterwards, type of thing, and going from there. It's like cool, 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 cool. Like it's maybe I'm just a sucker for a good epilogue, but I feel that's always good, man.
I mean, epilogues are great because like especially epilogues that like skip a decent amount of time because then there is so much like extra space to like play in
Mm-hmm.
like for fan works for like maybe like the official work wants to like hey you ever think about what these characters did or whatever. Naruto had an epilogue and then we got the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that like that and you don't really get that without having that like
Yeah,
extra space.
because the
you know
last movie was
you,
literally like, hey, we have like another. We know that there are certain story people want to see between now and how the end is. we'll make a movie out of it. There's something fun out there. Like okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
here's another story. And apparently, there even had like a little like what did the adolescent years be like before the last movie, with all the kids after the war, and they have that as a filler arc in the anime as well. And apparently, people like really like those things because it was like, okay, we went back for like not an over elongated time, but a short time of like, hey, remember how people kind of really fell in love and enjoyed those filler arcs, even if they weren't that great because they got to see more of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They capped it off a little bit with that. It's like cool. Also, the series ends with the wedding of Naruto and Hinata. So like having that epilogue there can be good for the sake of like, hey, there could be more between, there could be more after, but at least someone will take a time to give you the majority of the answers you would like to kind of give you that like fulfilled feeling at the end.
Yeah.
I think the real issue is though is like when a series is so long. Like, look, I want to be 100% real.
You're
When
coming
One
in
Piece,
really you're broken. You're coming in really broken.
how about now?
Okay, got you a little bit.
So like the real issue is when a series, a long series. Like I'm a big One Piece fan, but if when One Piece ends, it better be done. I ain't trying to have no continuation or nothing. Like you can have one little taste, but that's it. Like I ain't trying to, because
Like
Lord knows I ain't gonna live long enough to see those kids grow.
my poor sweet Mingo.
Exactly. Like look, I barely lived long enough to see this one, and that was due to two car wrecks. I ain't got much more in me to see Luffy's kid or fucking if even his Zoro gets one. I ain't gonna live long enough for that.
Don't talk like that.
I mean, how do I put this? JoJo's fans and Case Closed fans, they both scare me.
I mean, so like the thing with JoJo's is that you can pick any arc from JoJo's and it's done. Like, yeah, you might see a character from this arc come back in like another one or something at some point, but like the story they are telling you in each of those arcs ends in that arc.
No, you also scare me. But I get you.
My JoJo's is my favorite shonen anime because it does the one thing most shonen anime don't do. It keeps ending. It can't stop ending.
You know who scares me?
Yourself?
No,
Where?
I've come to terms with what I am. One sexy bitch. Other than that, no, Dragon Ball Z fans.
Oh, Jesus. Come on.
They scare the fuck out of me. Dragon Ball Z is the one show that hasn't changed in any way. And the chance that they did have to change, they said, nah, we can't have that.
It's really weird that I have to do more on like the Western rewrites kind of made Dragon Ball Z mean more than what the actual creator really wanted it to be. That's so odd to me.
What rewrites?
Well, like that's the thing. I have to do more research because I don't know if I'm using the exact words on there, but like basically making Goku into like the whole hero thing, especially with the whole Frieza thing, where
Originally, Trunks was, not Trunks, fucking Gohan was supposed to take over.
Yeah.
well, no, I mean like even with like Goku like being saying that he will be the hero that stops like Frieza and what and all that, and then like Toriyama basically saying, "No, I just want him to be like the punchy character, like going back to just being that character who like literally he is literally the thing. Like everyone, I get it because like growing up with Dragon Ball, Goku was like the good guy trying to do the right thing, being a superhero, whatnot." But then like you go into saying everything that Mingo says, like we may joke about a difference of opinion on there a lot, but no, like the thing that Goku Mingo says about like Goku risks people just to have a better fight. Like, yeah, that's the truth now because that's what Toriyama wants him to be now, or lean back into him being of like, he just wants to fight. Damn the consequences. It was like, damn, like this dude had a whole ass speech way back in the day with fighting Frieza and shit of that nature. Then like near Cell and whatnot, there was a whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let my kid handle this because fuck it. And then the whole Boo thing's like, okay, hero again. But then here we are again. It's like, no, I'll risk everything for a good fight. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, he did that shit in the cell arc.
That's what
He
I'm
gives
saying. Like,
Cell a fucking sensu bean to fucking fight Gohan.
that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it was the whole thing. It was like they did that, and then Majin Buu happened, where they kind of reeled it back in again. Of like, no, Goku's a hero. He'll go ahead and help people. But then like comes back in like, oh no, Goku's back on his bullshit of like, ah, fuck it, I'll do what I want just for the good fight. Like,
Yeah, but
I,
let's keep in mind also the Tournament of Power was because Goku wanted to fight
yeah,
stronger people from the
that's what I'm
universe.
saying. Like, legit, he's leaned back into the whole thing of like, yeah, Goku will. I just want him to be a character, like just fighting back on the. I don't really want him to have depth. I just want him to be a fight maniac.
I hate that the justification though that most people use. Well, he's a Saiyan. It's in his blood to want to fight stronger opponents each time. I was like, my man was raised on Earth. Man didn't even know he was a Saiyan for most of his adult life.
There was an entire thing during the Frieza fight where he was saying, "But I was never born a Saiyan." Like I'm not really Saiyan type thing. Um,
I mean, I
but
believe the Tournament of Power happens because the God of all universes is like, we should have people fight. Goku's strong. I
Well,
want to see him fight people.
fucking Xenos just did what Goku wanted because they like Goku. He's entertaining. They were literally the embodiment of the audience.
but like even then, like oh, we're gonna get too far into this, but like what made Dragon Ball the original series so cool was the fact that there was that turning point of like, oh no, Goku got mad that Krillin died and he wanted to stop Piccolo. And the reason it went on into like the adolescent years is because, they knew Piccolo was coming back, so Goku went off the train to go ahead and be ready to stop him. And then like the ending of and that's once again conflicting storytelling with Goku so much on there. The original Dragon Ball ends with Goku saying like being offered a position of power and having all the status and being able to do more. He's like, nah, who would want all that power? I just want to live happily ever after with the love of my life. The end. And I don't know. It's a whole lot. Like I said, it's like once again, epilogues making me cool. I'm really happy with Seven Deadly Sins gave me because it was like, no, we're gonna end the story. It was also like we didn't get like even things like Yu Yu Hakusho, we didn't really get an epilogue, but we got like that end of like, okay, this is where we're gonna go and cut off, and things happen ever after.
Didn't we recently get an OVA for Yu Yu Hakusho?
Out there somewhere,
Dubbed yet?
I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't know.
I should go watch all of Yu Yu Hakusho so I can watch that OVA.
All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and look at what we've been watching at that point. In some quicker news on here, for those wondering, there was apparently so Fumio Kishida, who recently won the race to be the basically new prime minister in Japan as the leader of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, has stated he does hope to plan to go ahead and raise the income of people involved in Japan's soft power industries like manga, anime, and movies. This is going to be coming from the sources I found was comicresources.com. Kushida, who often uses the Kushida Box hashtag on social media to engage with supporters, recently revealed that he is an anime fan. When asked if he saw the Demon Slayer film, Kushida stated that he hadn't seen the film, but that he had read the entire manga and that his favorite character is Akaza. Weird choice, but okay. He later stated that he is translated for that he is translated from Japanese, working on raising the income of people involved in Japan's soft power industries like manga, anime, and movies. Responses to Kishida's promises have generally been positive, though there is some argument as to the benefit of allocating state funds to support anime and manga, which the latest figure shows have seen a drop in revenue in the last 2 years. Moreover, they earn a minuscule percentage of the nation's GDP, approximately $5.12 trillion. It's worth noting that Demon Slayer, the movie Mugen Train shook cinemas worldwide and became the most successful anime film in the US, earning $503 million at the box office worldwide. When it comes to anime, reports previously suggested an industry average of $19 billion in 2017 alone. Earnings dropped by 1.2% during 2020. Kashida has inherited a list of major issues from its predecessor, including the growing consequences of the coronavirus pandemic, balancing relations with both China, which have grown increasingly hostile towards Japan and the US. So, yeah, a little long in the tooth there, but basically the new prime minister is stating, and we've seen some articles about this before, of wanting to work with making animation and things of that nature a more livable career. Because right now, for new and young artists in there who are getting outsourced mostly in finding contracts with groups like China and losing that skill set in Japan. So the idea of anyone on there stating that, hey, maybe work on improving that. Once again, politician, could just be flowery talk. Still good to hear, though. Then outside of that, I'm sorry?
No, I said very true. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I don't know about them calling it a soft power on there whenever anyone political uses that kind of phrasing. Makes lots of thoughts on there. But, I mean, I get it. I don't know. I hope it happens. Once again, no such thing as unskilled labor. Pay people living wages. Get the fuck on it. World in general. But with that, lighter news. I don't have the official date on it yet, but Funimation did announce that they will be having a skip opening and skip ending button added to their new players. Thank you,
Boo.
God.
Boo.
That
Oh,
is,
boo-hoo. I'm out here watching anime every fucking day. Yes, I skip openings and endings because you know what? When I have spare time, I listen to the whole fucking songs.
you know that when the OP smack, you know they smack because you listen to them. But if they're a little lackluster, I mean, do you really want to take that time? And look, to be fair, for as a One Piece fan again, yo, the OP, you kind of want to skip that because you got a lot of other shit that you gotta fucking hear before you even get to the episode, anyways.
And then you got recaps too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's OP recap episode next week pre ED and then next week preview. Which
Basically.
let me tell y'all like this: you get about maybe 13 minutes an episode of One Piece
And that's if they
each
don't
week.
have like some funny little skit at the end of the episode as well.
Mm-hmm. So
Like,
yeah, like being able to skip that OP, I'll take it.
mm-hmm.
Does it give me
Absolutely.
more time of anime? No. But does it get me to my shit quicker? Yes.
Like, I'll take it. And those little minutes add up. I don't care anyone says. They add the fuck up. That's more anime in my viewing pleasure. Like, what was it? The reason I can get through Seven Deadly Sins the way that I could, because they let you Netflix, they have everything skipped, so you can skip the recap, you can skip the opening, you can get to the end, go and skip the end. If there's more on there, get straight to it, then go to the next episode. Like, oh, cool, thank you. Just cutting out all the bullshit. I remember the days of like old school. You children won't realize this because it isn't a big thing for you. You don't know the days of there's no such thing as seasons for shonens. They're just forever going because they're profitable. So the show was opening, recap, maybe, I don't know, 18 minutes of new stuff, and then ending, a skit at the end, preview. So it wouldn't have been 18, it would have been like 16 minutes of shit.
And for those that weren't there through most of the 90s, you got to count commercials in that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
We never had OPs really.
All I'm
Some
saying
did.
is, it's a good thing we didn't, because this world would be revolutionized if things like Gundam Wings openings actually were at the start of every Toonami episode. That would have changed so many lives.
Yep.
Because I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't believe there's a single Gundam series out there that has such unbelievable slaps back to back.
I just need 2 more reasons to get rid of my Netflix account, just 2 more, because $15 a month is starting to look ugly.
I get you. I get you. We'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully these mergers and whatnot happening make it more competitive. Take things away from Netflix, please. Please, anyone, take things away. All right, then, folks. Then with that, we'll go ahead and move on into catalog updates.
All right, so starts off with Funimation, right? Oops. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Funimation is claiming everything this week, apparently.
Yep. Oh my God, what's happening?
You press
Why
something.
am I
Hold on.
why am I getting footer options? Okay, I got it. Never mind. We're good.
Hold on.
Uh,
Oh, God. I need it. No. There we go. Okay. There we go.
Fair. Yeah, I would have read that as one thing, so don't worry about it. All right, so Funimation is adding Irina, the vampire courtesan this fall. Muta King, the dancing hero, started on October 2nd. Jeez, oh man. Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation started on the 3rd. Word? I gotta watch that tonight. The Detective is already dead dub. Deep Insanity, The Lost Child on October 12th. Tesla Note. Uh, is this an acronym or do I just say
I went
Amon?
looking. I do not believe it's an acronym. For some
Okay,
reason, it is longer and more confusing than the actual Japanese title. But yeah, that's it.
a mime, the warrior at the borderline. Or I'm sorry, a mime warrior at the borderline. And then Pure Ore, the Pride of Orange, which is the anime girl hockey anime, which I need to
Yes,
start
I'm
that
about it.
shit.
I'm waiting for a dub. I'm about this shit. Let's go.
Oh my god. Platinum End is getting added on October 9th. Mariko-chan is added, as well as Jujutsu Kaisen. Ooh, so they already took that from Crunchy.
Yes,
Um,
everything both sub and dub completely on there.
yeah,
That was a shadow
Kaginato
drop.
and Visual Prison. Don't know why I said it that weird, but hey. Retro Crush adding Canary on October 1st, as well as Magic Users Club on October 8th, as well as the OVA for that. Yakitake Japan on October 15th. Lagrange, The Flower of Rine on October 22nd. Nighthawker, The Midnight Detective on October 29th. And Dirty Parrot 1985. Crunchyroll has added the Ancient Magus' Bride OAD from. I'm sorry, it's being added on December 2021. Digimon Ghost Game this fall, as well as World Trigger Season 3 in the fall. And Netflix added Bright Samurai Soul on October 2nd. Will be adding, I should say.
On October 12th, yeah.
I said second, didn't I? Son of a bitch.
As the keynote people, because I know that people were looking for it, because it's such a different name. Ama-Aim, Warrior of the Borderline, that is the new mecha series from Bandai. So, if you're looking for that, that's what that one is. It was Kisishiki or something of that nature. But yeah, the name officially in English is that whole long thing. I don't know why, but that's the whole thing. That's the big mecha. That's the big mecha anime this season. So keep an eye out for that. I will be watching it. I will be talking about it at some point, I'm sure. And then with that, we'll move on to new announcements. First up, for those interested, the English dub cast has been revealed in a trailer for Shin Megumi Tensei 5. I wasn't going to say 4, you can't prove it. But that trailer's out there, so enjoy that. And enjoy the masochism, you crazy, crazy bastards. I Am the Villainess, so I'm Taming the Final Boss is getting an anime. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, also getting an anime. Akebi's Sailor Uniform is getting a January 2022 debut. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie reveals it has a April 2022 debut as well. This one I did not see coming. I don't know if you guys remember, well, anyone remembers me talking about this in the past. Our Last Crusade of the Rise of a New World, that like little new age, like kind of fantasy mecha series.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually getting a sequel. I
Oh,
didn't see that coming, but I mean, I guess I'll take it. Sure.
it's all right. Yeah.
Funimation has announced, or I should say, finally enabled the ability to buy the tickets for the My Hero Academia World Heroes missions. Those who do go ahead and go to theaters will be getting a manga booklet while supplies last. If you want to know the dates and times and places, fuck you. I'm not going back to theaters, but if I am going, I want the booklet for myself, not for you. So find it yourself. And slightly bigger news on here. Not a whole lot. No, there wasn't enough to go ahead and cover the story, really. But director, writer of Yuki Yuna is a Hero, Danganronpa, an Assassination Classroom anime, is recruiting designers for a new original anime of their sign. Let me go ahead and read this out real quick for people. This is from Ian Liu at Anime News Network. Director Shiji Kishi posted on Twitter on Saturday that he is recruiting an original character designer for his new original anime project with scriptwriter Makoto Uizu. The job position is open to both professional and amateur artists, regardless of age. Kishi specifically added that overseas artists are welcome to apply as well. As another note to that as well, they said, don't worry if you don't speak Japanese, they will go ahead and have someone to work with you on that. So, yeah, if you're a fan of those creators and you want to see about that, that opportunity is out there and available to you. Give me a second.
That's really dope. I mean, like them looking for artists worldwide is pretty crazy, considering, Japan has a style that they, often go for with anime and things.
Definitely. If you want to be considered, applicants must send 1 or 2 pieces of art in JPEG format to the... I'm not going to say this out loud because I don't want to murder the email. I'm just going to go and spell it out for y'all real quick. KIKAKUILLUST2021@gmail.com. Now, I don't know if you want to try and read that, but that's
Yeah,
it again.
let me see here. Hold on. I think I gotta scroll back down. Oh no, I'm not.
By the way, that's
far.
going to be to the email address, and you have until October 20th to go ahead and submit. And you will be contacted by the staff if you are the winner by the end of the year.
Where the hell is that? Oh god, we're already down here. All right. I gotta
And they
open the
have
damn thing.
confirmed it will only be for submitted art to be reviewed. They will not be using any art submitted for other things such as promotional material. That will not be the case. It will still be your art.
Cool. That's great. Let's see.
Oh, also they did go
Oh,
ahead and
it's
officially reassure that anyone worried about the pay position, it is not low compensation. It is an actual proper position with the company.
Oh, that's nice. That was the other thing I was gonna get into, but yeah, that's great. It's Kikaku Illust 2021@gmail.com.
Okay. Kikaku Illust at 2021@gmail.com.
Yep.
So if you do go ahead and heard about that from us, you apply and you get in. Remember,
Let us know.
let us know. Also, you owe us your success.
That's absolutely not true.
You owe us everything. I want royalties. I want contracts. I want exclusives. Where else would you hear that? What, the internet? That's not a thing. You don't look into that. Pay your dues.
I only want a chocolate taco.
Chocolate
What?
taco
Chocolate taco.
sounds delicious.
Hold on. We're going to back up. I didn't hear that. What is about Choco Tacos? What?
That's all I want from this. I don't want nothing else but a chocolate taco.
Okay. I mean, I would be down with this as well. So I don't know how we can make that happen.
Maybe we just get some.
If you win this, you will also be responsible for providing Choco Tacos. And a check, just a big check. If you
It's
got
one hell of a
spare.
responsibility.
You know what? If you're gonna reach to the stars, I believe in you. Mostly because I'm trying to get paid from it, but I still believe in you.
Get that bag.
Make that money, honey. Anyway, moving on. Oh, so best of luck, people. Really, best of luck. Just have fun with it. Wish for your dreams. Next up, Eden Zero franchise staff has stated, quote, Shiki's adventure will continue. So the anime itself went ahead and finished up this past weekend. It totaled 25 episodes. The first 12 they just recently come out on Netflix, but there is another 12 they have not done yet, or I should say another 13 they have not done yet. And that will be at a later time. They also did announce the sad passing of the anime's director, Yushi Suzuki, on September 9th. That have already gone on procedural, so I'm not going to go too into that, but they did pass, and our thoughts on families, of course. But they did state that, yes, they will be continuing on in the future, because while the anime may be done in 25, the manga is still ongoing. So, for those concerned, again, you children were spoiled. We did not grow up in a time where anime was like, oh, well, we're done for now. We'll come back next season with more stuff. No, they just kept going. There was just more filler constantly, nonstop.
I'm very glad that isn't the anime we live with anymore.
Next up, in a bit more fun news, Right Stuff Nozomi Entertainment has launched a Kickstarter to give an official English dub to the 30 Pair 1985 series. This was the original 30 Pair series that never got an official English dub for it. They have reached their goal already of trying to go ahead and get this met, but effectively we're saying, the whole reason why this 30 Pair series never got one, despite the fact there is a sequel series, or I should say sister series that did have one. Apparently, the original audio that went ahead and split up things so they could go ahead and put a dub on there, that was missing. They have now gone ahead and decided that it would be worth going back in, reinventing things of that nature after a remaster happened recently. So if you want to be part of that, get yourself some prizes, back and support it for whatever reason, go ahead and do that. I liked Dirty Pair. I thought it was cool back in the day. I own the sister series on DVD somewhere in my room. Watch that at some point. But yeah, no, it's out there. Once again, they have already reached their target. Let me see here. Check on there real quick. People interested. They are at 331,000 currently. The goal was 275. So they have reached it. They are up there. Their most recent stretch goal, I believe, is... Right, they're at 331. So they are trying to get to at 335 TV episode commentary track with voice cast. So yeah, if you want to be about that, be about it. It's out there for you, folks.
Man, commentary.
Right?
Talk dirty to me, for real. Oh, I wasn't even trying to, I love it. I'm hysterical.
Next up, Love Live. I might say this wrong.
Niji Sanji.
Thank you very much. Niji Sanji High School Idol Club Season 2 has unveiled. It will have an April 2022 debut. Thank you, Gallant.
Haven't watched it, but I've seen it around.
I'm just glad somebody knows what the hell I was saying just now, because I'm much love to all you Love Live people. I don't understand it, but I'm happy y'all being fed.
I think that's like what I think they already have like a 4th season, and that was like the 3rd. I don't know. I'm so behind on Love Live. It's not even funny.
I'm happy y'all happy. I don't know what to tell you. Requiem of the Rose King has unveiled a January 2022 debut. It will be a half-year run, so another one of those. That is going to be an anime adaptation of a Shakespearean play. My lord. It is an anime adaptation, dark fantasy, of Shakespeare's Richard III. And believe me, if you see the preview for it, the trailer for it, yeah, that's about right.
That's a hell of a... Damn. All right. I see you.
In new dates, Toonami will be airing Batman Ninja, the anime film, on October 16th. I did own that. I believe I own it on Amazon, or I rented it. Either way, highly recommend. If you can't wait until October 16th, though, HBO Max, it's on there. It's exactly what it sounds like, y'all. It's Batman Ninja. It's batshit crazy. It was a fun ride. Mingo, something for you. One Piece Strong World will be premiering in U.S. theaters on November 7th and 9th in dub and sub, respectively.
Damn, we hadn't done that already?
That's dope. Yeah, we've gotten Strong World.
Did you get another theatrical release?
Yeah. There's rumors going around that because the main villain focused around that particular movie is, spoiler alert, Shiki Gold Lion, which was a rival of Goldie Roger.
Hmm.
So there might be rumors he's coming back.
That's cool.
So it should be fun. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Oda did say in an interview that episodes that lead up to the movies are considered filler. I mean, not filler. Canon.
Does that mean the movies are canon?
Yes, movies are canon.
Cool.
It all leads up to the same spot.
Yeah.
So that's very awesome. I'm excited. I love Strong World. It's a very good movie. I like both dub and sub in that.
Nice.
They gave Shiki Go Lion like a more I guess like a island kind of accent to it, like Barbados and Jamaican almost.
Hmm.
Like whenever he's in contact with Nami, he's like baby doll, and I love it. Like
God damn
just
it.
such a unique character. It's fun.
Cool.
I was waiting for a bug to come back I was trying to kill, but it never came back. Alright, well, we'll move on then. Yeah, okay, we'll move on.
Whipping peas.
Divine Fighting Machine G's Flame premieres on October 12th. That name might change. That's the English translation, but the actual official name, I ain't
Like
saying
the
it.
localized English name?
Yeah, the localized English name is Divine Fighting Machine G's Flame. The Japanese name is something I would murder, probably, but still shorter somehow. So, I don't know. That name might change, but the setting for that one, the science fiction story is set in the end of the 21st century in a world invaded by Nurgle. Narwhals. Giant life forms from space. Rekia Minamiya, I'm assuming, the protagonist who joins the anti-Nurgle AG unit to find her missing in action older sister, becomes the pilot of an ancient humanoid robot known as G's Flame. Along with her fellow recruits, she overcomes her anxieties and turmoil as she comes of age.
Is it G's like possessive
Apostrophe.
letter G?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking like G's like G's Louise, but yeah.
You know, there is a very bad joke there, but I think I'll let it ride this time.
Like a mecha. Anyway.
You know what? Screw it.
Before we go ahead and let that go, I'm sorry, Mingo?
Real quick, is it G's or is it D's?
Nope.
No.
Moving on.
Okay. And then on required reading, because we have that this month. Required reading. Gallant, you may have to save me from this one. There is some anime news number from Lindsay Lovebridge.
Hold on, let me get there. I'm still on the other page.
07.
Hold on, getting to the bottom. Oh yeah. Ryukishi 07.
Ryukishi 07 explains how Higurashi Go, Gao, whatever, and Satsu reinvent the franchise. It's a full in-depth article if you want to go ahead and read that, basically from... That is the creator, right? I didn't fuck that up. That's the official creator saying what they did to go ahead and reinvent it, why they did so, what was going on there. So if you want to have more thoughts on that and scream into the void more, or Be happy with the void. Give the void a cookie. I don't know, whatever. That option is there for you. Enjoy yourselves.
The cookies I made are very good.
I don't know that Higurashi fans know how to enjoy, but I hope y'all do.
Mm.
All right, and with that, folks, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Like we said before, chill day, chill podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll
Mountain
see
time.
you next week. And you know what? Fuck the mountains, we'll blow them up. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
He's not.
Bye.
God damn it, Mingo, you can't just do that. Alright, now cut.
Folks.